Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. It is so rocking to be with you. Well, welcome to Zodiac Thursday. Here we are. It's a new day. We're going to find out about what's going on in the stars. But before we get into that, I just want to give a big shout out to all of you who came out to the earlier videos this week. On Monday, we had our horoscopes video, and that went from Monday to this upcoming Sunday. So if you haven't seen your horoscopes, there's still a few days, and you'd still get some good information in for that, okay? So definitely check that out. I also want to come here. I know a lot of you were worrying yesterday, saying, Psychic Bob, where are you? You didn't put out a video for Wiccan Wednesday. I know, guys. Well, first of all, I want to apologize. I'm so sorry. Yesterday was one of those days where I tell you business came in faster than I could keep up with it. I had a lot of calls come in for readings, and I was already had a heavy day of readings scheduled. And some days, right now I'm just a lone person on my own working. In the future, we're going to have some help with the phones. But until I get my person back for that, it's kind of me doing everything. So yesterday was just one of those days. Psyche Bob was overwhelmed and something slid a little bit. So anyways, I want to let you guys know I'm fine. It just was a real busy day. And I apologize for missing Wiccan Wednesday. I know some of you are disappointed. But don't worry, we'll have more Wiccan stuff soon. This weekend, we are going to have some definitely cool Wiccan stuff. Definitely on Sunday, I think. We're going to have Wiccan Wednesday on Sunday. And we'll combine that with the solar power day. So anyways, we'll get some good stuff in for you. But I do appreciate your understanding and your patience. Well, here we are at Zodiac Thursday. And I got up this morning. I was looking at the alignments here. And in fact, let me just put up the chart for today for you. Here's today's alignments. Check that out. Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot going on in the zodiac. Today, what's interesting is our sun is aspecting Mercury. And Mercury happens to be in retrograde, okay? So last week I did a talk about retrograde planets. If you hadn't seen that, check that out. That'll give you more insight to Mercury retrograde. But with the challenges today, with that sun energy aspecting Mercury, you might be inspired today just to ramble off and be full of yourself and talk a lot. Try to slow it down. Take your thoughts inward. Focus on inner reflection, because with Mercury retrograde, it would be really easy for anybody to say the wrong thing, to walk in the wrong path in a sense, and upset people. So today's a better day for inner reflection. On top of that, we also have the planet Pluto, which is going retrograde. This evening at around 7 p.m., it's moving into retrograde status. Now, Pluto is the planet of the long-term vision. It gives us inspiration and goals. Now, with it going retrograde, it means that you may be challenged in thinking of the future today. Today is not a day to act out and to jump into long-term goals. It really is a day for inner reflection and retreat. We've got Mercury in retrograde and now Pluto in retrograde. So this is not a time to try to plan your next 10 years. Think about kind of more immediate goals. Now, I know some people say that Pluto is the planet that represents destruction and chaos, and that in retrograde motion it means more destruction and chaos. I disagree with that. I don't really see it that way. My experience in working with Pluto has been more that it helps people reach the far goals, reach the far vision. I feel that it has a little bit of energy like Neptune. Neptune is more, kind of inner vision and psychic wisdom. But Pluto is also vision, but it's more outer world vision. It's more worldly rather than spiritual. So, if right now you're thinking, well, gee, I'm going to choose where my child's going to go to college and start planning for him to be in this certain school in the next 15 years. Well, today's probably not the clearest day to start that. So let that rest a little while. As I said, Pluto retrograde. Pluto's going to be in retrograde for probably about 6 months. I actually got to get the end date. I forgot to get that for you guys. But anyways, it's usually about 6 months that it stays in this pattern. So for the next 6 months, really what you want to focus on is your immediate goals in the moment. Doesn't mean you can't think about long-term goals, but in the sense of really pushing on them, it may be a little challenging for the next few months. So kind of deal with what's in front of you. And if you take care of now and what you got to deal with right now, then you'll move through this retrograde without a lot of problems, you see. But like this would be a time to avoid, for example, saying, well, I'm going to take out all of my retirement fund and now invest it and grow it at a faster rate in a different fund. And, plan for 10 years down the road, it'll be even more. Might want to be a little careful. Be a little careful because the energy around longer term goals is a little shaky. So I would avoid any impetuous actions, any sudden compulsive actions. Definitely, of course, work with your financial advisor, but even they may have a little challenge in predicting the market. So Pluto is, I feel, more about our material life, our worldly life, and how we look at that in a longer range. So, as I said, don't view this as that you have to give up all your plans. If you've started doing a long-term goal, you don't have to just suddenly quit it. But it means be doubly careful. And now with Mercury retrograde, especially if you're entering into anything like a contract. I have clients that are in the construction business, for example. And so, I have clients that come to me and say, well, I'm going to, enter into a contract to, buy this land and build houses in over the next 10 years. And I would say during a Mercury retrograde and a Pluto retrograde, I would advise these clients be doubly, triply, quadruply careful before you commit to anything. Can be challenging. There could be errors in the contract or things that you are not aware of yet. So that's what I say. Retrograde means slow down, go within. Okay. Anyways, I want to come here and share that with you because I always find these retrograde planet movements very fascinating, and they really have quite an impact on many people. And so now we have, as I said, Mercury retrograde and Pluto on top. Be careful. I would really especially avoid long-term contracts. I don't know if they do it anymore. I'm a little out of touch with technology, but it used to be when you got a cell phone, they would enter you into like 2-year and 4-year and 5-year contracts. Don't do that during Pluto retrograde because you're investing in something you don't know the future of, could go unstable, and then you're stuck with the bill. So I would think of things short term, more immediate, and deal with what's in front of you. Because see, sometimes when, Pluto has a strong influence on us, we so far look to the future that we forget to deal with now, and then everything gets messed up because we didn't deal with what's on our plate at the moment. So focus on your own plate. What's on your plate? What's on your agenda for today? And if you go through the next few months just focusing on really being careful with your focus on the day-to-day, you're going to be fine, okay? Well, guys, listen, I have to keep this a little short today. Psychic Bob has another full day of readings. I want to say thank you to all of you who've been calling for private sessions with me. Please be patient. I am still getting back to people. I've had a lot of calls, a lot of letters, but we will get back to each of you and get you on the schedule, okay? So I want to say thank you. And if you want to get on my schedule for a private reading, the quickest way to reach me is send me an email. Write to me at readings@robert-hickman.com. I'll put the link in the info box below. Right now, my phone at the office is having some problems, so phone may not be the best way to reach me. But in your email, send me your phone number and I will call you, okay? And as many of you have had private readings know, I do personally call people. So I will reach out to you, okay? So I thank you for that. You guys are the best. Psychic Bob loves you. And also, if you wanted to read a little bit more about me, definitely also check out my website at www.robert-hickman.com. You guys are the best. I love you, sending you wonderful Zodiac greetings and blessings today. And keep it here at Spirit Channel. We'll have more coming. Tomorrow is Friday, and that means UFO Friday. So we'll have something fun. So make sure to be back here for that. We'll see you then. But until then, May you always blessed be.